I used to drive for Uber full-time last year during the summer. I was consistently making $2,000 a week or more, and there's a couple of things that I learned along the way. Number one, you're not gonna have a boss, right? What keeps people accountable at their current jobs is having a position of authority over you, letting you know what needs to get done, certain quotas to hit, and a certain allotted number of hours you have to work. Uber is an interesting opportunity because you can work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Let me ask you a question. If your job allowed you to work instead of 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day, and instead of 5 days a week, 7 days a week, if you wanted to, how much more money could you make, right? And that is something that I've found more and more, that jobs, A, will not allow you to work those kind of crazy hours, right? And B, there's not a lot of job opportunities out there where they advertise, we are going to work you 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. Now, as you can tell by the shirt, I'm in the construction field, right? I'm a truck driver. Per my agreement with the truck driving company I work for, I work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. I work 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. Monday through Saturday with a company called Robertson's, right? I love them. They're great. But during this rainy season that we have going on here in California right now, my work is slowing down and I'm having to jump back into Uber to supplement my income. Check out this video of me doing the Uber rental program over the course of a weekend and see if it's worth it to do the Uber rental program. I'll link that in here. With my job, I have a boss and I have a set number of loads. I get told where to go, when to go, what time to get back to the yard, when I can stop, when I can start, all that fun stuff, right? And that's every job. So you have to make that adjustment with Uber that the more I put in, the more money I will make. And I have to discipline myself to work the hours to get the income results that I desire. So that's one of the first things I had to learn with Uber. The second thing that I had to learn is working 12 hours a day, 6-7 days a week, you're not gonna have a lot of time off, right? I'm a truck driver. I don't get a lot of time off as it is. Right now we're slow, so there's a lot of guys sitting at home, but those guys sitting at home are calling me. They're saying, man, I'm worried, right? We got bills to pay. We have mortgages to pay. We have kids to feed. What are we going to do to supplement our income during this time? So whether you're working full-time and doing Uber on the side or jumping in to do Uber full-time, just accept the fact you're not going to have a lot of time off. You're not going to have a lot of time for family get-togethers and outings and vacations, and that's okay because you need to remember your why, right? Why are you making $2,000 a week? Well, I'm making $2,000 a week so I can pay off debt, so I can pay off college loans, so I can save an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months, so I can start saving for my kids' college, so I can pay off my house, right? You have to remember your why in order to keep you disciplined, working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, and you have to stay disciplined and know that I'm sacrificing this time to achieve my income goals, and later, I will never have to miss out on those things when I financially structure myself. The last thing that I learned in the Uber opportunity is I have to do the math. And this is honestly the biggest reason why people are not going to do Uber, is they don't do the math, right? So let me break down the math for you. When I was making $2,000 a week, I would spend maybe $500 a week in gas, right? $500 a week in gas throughout the course of the week, working 60 plus hours a week. Okay, that's the first expense. Second expense that I'm gonna have is either my car payment or my rental expense. Now, the video I mentioned previously will show you how much money I spent for the rental, how much money I made, and if we made a profit or not, right? If you have a car payment, divvy it by 4 and then have that as a weekly expense. So if your car payment is $400 a month, calculate that as $100 a week. You have $500 a week in gas, $100 a week for your car payment that you're saving up will produce a $600 expense for the week. If you do Uber full time, 64 hours plus, 60 hours a week, you make $2,000, you're still going to be able to keep $1,400. Last little bonus thing here, because I know this video has 3 main points as to why you won't do Uber. Here's a 4th point. You need to pack a lunch. Now, I'm a big boy. I still need to lose weight. But I was bloating up and getting a little bit fat last year. And that's because when I was doing Uber full time, it was getting takeout fast food 2 times a day, sometimes 3 times a day. Now I eat at home before I leave. I pack a lunch. And if I get hungry, maybe I hit a convenience store to get things like beef jerky, or, a little protein bar or something like that to hold me over till I get home, right? If you start spending $10, $20, $30 a day in fast food, trust me, it adds up over time. You actually waste more time and you take away from your earning potential that way. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.